What it do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Knowdatsports Podcast. It's your boy Moore Drive, man. Y'all know I represent Knowdatsports to the fullest. Week 10 is here in the NFL. Time to break that motherfucker all the way down. Nah, for real. First game we got, I think it's overseas at 9:30. I don't know if it's in London or whatever, but I know it's a 9:30 game overseas. And it's the Atlanta Falcons versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are the favorite. They're giving the Falcons 6.5 points. The Colts just come off a crucial loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 9. I expect the Colts to bounce back. But the Falcons come off a heartbreaking loss against the New England Patriots in week 9. I think the Falcons are going to put up a fight. The Colts are the favorite. They're giving the Falcons 6.5 points. I don't think the Colts cover the 6.5 points. I like the Colts to win the game, but I don't think they'll cover the 6.5 points. So I'll take the 6.5 points with Atlanta. The Colts don't cover the 6.5. Over and under 48.5. I say up the score. I can see both these teams scoring over 20 points. Nah, for real. Up the score on the 48.5. The Colts don't cover the 6.5. Next up, first 1 o'clock game, the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Carolina is the favorite. They're getting Carolina 5.5. Carolina getting New Orleans 5.5 points. I say Carolina cover the 5.5 points over New Orleans Saints. Over and under is 40.5. I say under. The reason why I say under because I don't think the Saints are going to be able to come to the party. So I say under the 40.5. The Carolina Panthers cover the 5.5. Next up, the New York Giants at the Chicago Bears. I think the wind gonna be blowing like 30 miles an hour in this game. The Bears are the favorite. They're giving the New York Giants 4.5 points. I say the Bears can cover the 4.5 points. Over and under 48.5, I say under. I don't see both of these teams going over 20 points. So I say under the 48.5. The Bears cover the 4.5. Next up, Jacksonville at Houston. Jacksonville is the favorite. They're giving Houston, Texas 1.5 points. I say Jacksonville cover the 1.5 points. Over and under 39.5. I don't see both of these teams scoring over 20 points. Maybe one might even score 20. So with that being said, I say under the 39.5. Jacksonville cover the 1.5 that they're giving to Houston, Texas. Next up, Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins. Buffalo the favorite again, the Miami Dolphins 9.5 points. I think Miami done gave up for the year. Trade deadline and they got rid of a couple folks. So I say Buffalo cover the 9.5. Over and under 50.5. I say under. I don't think Miami gonna score no points to come to the party. So I say under the 50.5. Buffalo cover the 9.5. Next up, Baltimore at Minnesota. Baltimore the favorite. They're getting the Minnesota Vikings 4.5 points. I say Baltimore do not cover the 4.5 points. I believe Baltimore will win this game, but I don't think they'll cover the 4.5 points. I'll take the 4.5 with Minnesota. The over and under 49.5. I say up the score. I can see both of these teams scoring over 20 points easily. So Baltimore don't cover the 4.5. Up the score on the 49.5. Over. Next up, Cleveland Browns at the New York Jets. The Cleveland Browns are the favorite. They're giving the New York Jets 2.5 points. I say the Cleveland Browns can cover that 2.5 points. The Jets done got them trade away all their talent, man. They do. Say Cleveland cover the 2.5 points. Over and under 37.5. I say under. I don't see both of these teams going over 20 points. I might see one score 20. So I say under the 37.5. The Cleveland Browns cover the 2.5. The last 1 o'clock game, the New England Patriots at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay is the favorite. They give New England 2.5 points. I said Tampa Bay do not cover the 2.5 points. I'll take the 2.5 points with the New England Patriots. 48.5 is the over and under. I say up the score. I can see both of these teams scoring 20 points. Nah, for real. Tampa Bay coming off a bye week, and New England is probably one of the only teams. I think New England and Denver are the only team that are undefeated on the road. So I say up the score on the 48.5. I see both these teams scoring over 20 points. First 4 o'clock game, Arizona at Seattle. Seattle is the favorite. Again, Arizona 6.5 points. I say Seattle can cover them 6.5 points at home. 44.5. I say up the score. I say both the teams scoring over 20 points. I say both the teams scoring 20 points. So, and one on scoring over 20. So I say up the score. Up the score. I say up the score. Arizona. Arizona lose this game by 7 points or better. Seattle cover 6.5. Next up, St. Louis, LA Rams against the San Francisco 49ers. The Rams are the favorite. 4.5 points they're giving the San Francisco 49ers. I don't think the Rams cover them 4.5 points. In San Francisco, I think San Francisco put up a little fight. The game be pretty close. I like the Rams to put it out, but I still don't think they'll cover the 4.5 points. They won't beat them by 5 or better. Over and under 48.5, I say under. I don't see both of these teams going over 20. I don't see both of these teams going over 24. So I say under the 48.5. The Rams don't cover the 4.5. Next up, Detroit at Washington. The last 4 o'clock game. Detroit again, Washington 7.5 points. I say Detroit can cover the 7.5 points. The over and under 51.5. I say under. I don't think Washington can score enough points to keep up. Sunday night game, Pittsburgh Steelers at the LA Chargers. The Chargers are the favorite. They're giving the Pittsburgh Steelers 3.5 points. I say, appreciate you, the Chargers do not cover the 3.5 points. Over and under 45.5, I say up the score. I think both of these teams can score over 24 points. And I say the Chargers don't cover the 3.5. Monday night game, Philadelphia Eagles versus the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers again, the Philadelphia Eagles 1.5 points. I say Green Bay cover the 1.5 points over the Philadelphia Eagles. Over and under 45.5, I say up the score. I see a big old shootout. I see both of these teams scoring over 24 points. No, for real. I can really see both of these teams scoring over 24 points. Last but not least, man, I got 3 more main topics to get out the way and I get y'all folks up out of here. Y'all know what the P doing. It's your boy Moore Drive. I represent Know That Sport to the fullest. And I gotta come with my game of the week, Know That Game, Excuse Me Game. We're gonna jump it off with the game of the week. And I think my game of the week is Green Bay, Philadelphia at Green Bay. That should be a damn good ass matchup. Philadelphia coming off a bye week. Green Bay coming off a loss to Carolina at home. Back-to-back games at home. It should be a damn good game. That's my game of the week. Philadelphia Eagles at Green Bay. I know that game. Tell you that you know they're gonna win and you know they're gonna cover what they got going on. And my know that game is the Carolina Panthers over the New Orleans Saints. Beating them by 5 points or better. Beating them by 6 or better. Nah, for real. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Carolina over New Orleans. And they cover the 5.5 that they give New Orleans. Last but not least, excuse me game. If y'all know what excuse me mean, what excuse me game mean is somebody that lost that they gave points to and they beat them without the point. They beat them straight up. And my excuse me game is the Pittsburgh Steelers going up to the LA Chargers getting a win. Nah, for real. The Chargers getting Pittsburgh Steelers 3.5 points. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers go out there and get a win without the 3.5 points. Beating with the points or without them. I picked Pittsburgh to win the game. So that's my excuse me game. Pittsburgh Steelers over the LA Chargers. With the points or without them. We call that excuse me where I come from. Nah, for real. Hey man, it's your boy Moore Drive, man. I appreciate y'all. Done my week 10 picks. Point spreads over and under, game of the week. Know that game, excuse me game. I represent Know That Sport to the fullest. I'd like to thank y'all for paying attention to this episode, week 10 in the NFL. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. Same bat time, same bat channel next week for week 11. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it!